nobody can suppress the 70 million people. When the 70 million people determined to achieve something, nobody can suppress it. We cannot tolerate anymore all this system. Everything is collapsed. There is no administration. The people are obeying my order, not their order. Legally, I am the authority because people have voted to me.
These are the people who gave birth to the dream of Pakistan, and for 23 years watched that dream being killed by the military rulers of the Western Wing. They were denied the fruits of their labor. They were denied a voice in their own affairs. They stayed poor so that Islamabad could be rich, and with those riches, create a powerful military machine. Then in 1971, Pakistan's President, General Yahya Khan, is forced to hear the voice of the people of Bengal, expressed for the first time in their history in a free election. They vote overwhelmingly for Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the Awami League Party. The Bengalis do not realize the terrible price they are about to pay.
I can tell you one thing. Nobody should play with the fire. Nobody should try to suppress the 70 million people. When they're determined to achieve something, nobody can suppress them. Today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, they must win. Victory is ours.
Technical, small little problem. Why? It was an Indo-Pak war too, but this side was liberation of Bangladesh.
Hello Pashtun time viewers. I am Mizanur Rahman from Bangladesh. I am studying in Heidelberg University in South Asian Institute. I am doing my masters here. And today I want to share my views on a book written by Clance in about 12 days victory in Dhaka in 71, and which was published in just one day after the victory day in Dhaka, and which really raised some question in my mind which I want to share with all of you. This book, 12 days victory in Dhaka, claims that the independence war of Bangladesh as Indo-Pakistan war, which was won by Indian Army in 12 days from 3rd of the December to the 16th of December, when the surrender, instrument of surrender with Pakistan Army was signed in Dhaka. So this raised a lot of question in my mind, like, then what about the Bangladesh independence war? Where was it, and how it is Indo-Pakistan war, not Bangladesh independence war? And how in the introduction of this book they really make it exclusively Indo-Pakistan war. They mention the struggle with Bangladesh and Pakistan as Indo-Pakistan war, and Bangladesh became independent in the process of Indo-Pakistan war and the Treaty of Surrender. As the editor of book, after publication, editor of book gave his opinion on that on national television of Bangladesh. He says like he really doesn't understand why we oppose this. It was second Indo-Pakistan war, and beside this it was independence of Bangladesh. It's really, really disrespectful, and I think we need to speak up here. As an independent country, as a citizen of that country, as a Bengali people, we should speak of that because it's the question of our identity. We cannot ignore the Bangladesh independence war created Bangladesh, not the Indo-Pakistan war which was fought from 3rd of December to the 15th December, and treaty was signed in 16th December. It's not the whole story. This is the very fabricated and very personalized story. Bangladesh formally became independence in March, let's say 26th of March, when really in the declaration of independence was broadcasted through Kalurghat radio station, which was permitted and written by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, announced by Major Jia, and after that it was Bangladesh. It was formally on the state of war with Pakistan, and this struggle goes for long 9 months, and in the final days India physically joined in the field war, and now they claim that it was their war and Bangladesh was created in that process. This is clearly not. Yeah, they joined physically from the 3rd of December, and they helped a lot along the ways in 9 months struggle of 9 months war, but it does not make their war. It was our struggle from the beginning. After the separation of 47, it was our conflict with West Pakistan for the political, economical and other rights. It was already going on, and the 71 was the final mark where we really had to act, and these Bengali people really act. After 26th of March, it was clear and formal state of war with Pakistan. So apart from other struggles, let's just say about 71. Like from the March, it was really a very big time to decide what we do, how we save our identity and our rights. It was no other way than going war with Pakistan. As in 7 March, in the speech, Bangabandhu's famous speech, you see, it was clear indication of war and independence. As he said, this struggle is for independence and this struggle is for freedom. We shall prevail with the grace of Allah, Joy Bangla. This is the informal declaration of independence and war, which became formal in 26th of March. After the very infamous act of Pakistan military at the night of 25th of March, Operation Searchlight, really searched everybody important, and they killed them. And they took Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, they arrested them and took them to Pakistan, West Pakistan, and that was the final and physical involvement that started, that makes a war with Bangladesh and Pakistan, not with India and Pakistan. And from that point, Bangladesh really formed the Liberation Army. They had their own formation, 11 different sectors with sector commanders. It was very tactical ways of saying that, like, in the sense of warfare, physical warfare, we were in it, and we have the document and other stuff that really prove that it happened. There is no doubt that there was a state of war going on, and India really helped in different ways as allies. In the history of war, you cannot find any war only fought by a single country or single community without any allies. But this doesn't make the war of that allies. So India helped in different ways, giving access to the people as a refugee. A lot of people fleeing the country, especially the Hindu Bengali population. They were escaping the border to the India anyway, and a lot of other people to save their beloved family and everything. They leave this territory to India, and they gave access, they gave food, everything, and to the military of Bangladesh. Then like Liberation War Force was trained and given tactics from India, but this liberation force was in the field. They were resisting everywhere. They were fighting in guerrilla war there, and it was Bangladesh war. As India acted as allies, also Pakistan had their allies like Israel, USA, China. They also acted their allies as their allies. As USA helped them, their army, supporting with arms, intelligence. So it was their allies, but it doesn't make the war of America's war. It was not the war that America fought with India. So how India can say it was their war and they fought with Pakistan, but it is not the Bangladesh independence war. As Israel was the air base for Pakistan air forces to attack India on 3rd of the December on 11 different air bases, that really invite India to act physically, and that makes them to physically join the Bangladesh Liberation Force in Bangladesh territory. But they really did not go for war with Pakistan in their western borders, where really West Pakistan and India meet. But they came into Bangladesh to support our war. If they wanted to fight a war, why they did not fight on the Western Front? So now how they can harvest the result of victory as their own, as Indo-Pakistan war? So technically, it is not a right explanation of history that they want to enlist it as their own glory. As 16th of December is a great shame for Pakistan Army, and it's a great glory for Indian Army, because the number of soldiers who were surrendered there was huge in numbers, 90,000 to 93,000 soldiers, and other 3,000 to 4,000 allied members in Bangladesh. So taking credits here, it's really glorify the history and the achievement of an army and as a nation. But this doesn't mean you can forget the real story of who really struggled and who really fought the war for the 9 months long, and who sacrificed their 3 million people, 2 million women, and a lot of unspeakable, unhuman struggles that created Bangladesh as their own, and that created our identity, what I am today. So it's not because of the Indo-Pakistan war. It's because of Bangladesh independence war. It's because of our struggle. It's because of our sacrifices. It was your opportunity to join as enemy or as ally. Some choose to be joined as ally, some choose to be enemy. So that's the point only. So this 12 days physical presence in the front trial doesn't make the whole history to be ourselves, not ourselves. Like our history speak for our struggle. You denying that history and saying that 12 days was the final mark and 12 days created Bangladesh. It's not about 12 days that create Bangladesh. It's long rooted and it's very long struggle that created us. We had no other options. We had to react, and we face inhuman violation of rights, and we go to war without any real support and without any hope to win, but human will always prevailed. As we were able to sacrifice the greatest human sacrifice anyone can, our lives and everything on the line. We put everything on the line. That created us a powerful nation. A Bengali nation emerged from the beginning of 71 on the field, not as you join with some air forces and some tanks in the Bangladesh and come into Dhaka, and you flood the Dhaka with your armies and tanks and vehicles, and you fly over there. It doesn't make our struggle any less. It doesn't make our independence were not ours. So I really want to say that these views should be changed. Truth should be told, and they should explain what is real in the history. It's not the superficial and very personalized and fabricated history. They want to make the history of their own. They want to make another version of the history of their own. Like Bangladesh is a byproduct. Somehow India and Pakistan was on war and Bangladesh was the byproduct, as in the surrender of treaty. There are some points that how the soldiers should be transferred and how the territories should be transferred. So it was not that Bangladesh was a small territory that was transferred for the treaty. But this territory and this population was already one word. We had our clear determination, clear formal declaration, formal armies and formal guerrilla armies fighting, and everything was clear. But all of a sudden you came in as allies and declared it's my war. This is not really just. And I really, as a Bangladeshi, and as I behold the identity of being Bangladeshi, when my identity is challenged, I really demand an explanation, and I really want this to be clarified, that it is Bangladesh Independence War which created Bangladesh and Bangladeshi. So it's not just your 12-day story. It's just not a lullaby that you just play it on and go for sleep. This way you disrespect our sacrifices. Those people gave their lives for no reason to become a Bangladesh independence, but now you say it's Indo-Pakistan war. So why these people gave all their lives, their everything, their families, their memories, everything earthly one people or a family could possess, a person could possess earthly, everything was on the line. Now you disrespect all of them. You disrespect freedom fighters, and all these women and the men were killed in this process of our struggle. So this should not be this way, it should be clarified, and the whole story should be said. Well, as a citizen of Bangladesh, as Bangladeshi, and as a nation, and as an individual, we always praise and the role of India in our struggle in the liberation war. 71, we always praise and we always grateful to them. We respect their help. As allies, they helped us a lot. We cannot and we will not deny this. But this doesn't make the struggle of their own but not ours. We are grateful to their helps, but this war was Bangladesh Independence War. But if they challenge this, that it was Indo-Pakistan war, and it was mainly between Pakistan and India, then it is really a challenge that really don't goes with the role of as a citizen to respecting India's role. I will always be respecting India's role in this 71, but it doesn't mean that I should be challenged as what I am. what Bangladesh is, how Bangladesh emerged. These are the basic questions. These are our constitution. This makes us. And after 47 years, when I remember the atrocities Pakistan army done in this 71 war, it is really unimaginable. If you put yourself in their shoes, you cannot imagine a war where your son, your family members are killed in front of your eyes. Women are taken to the camp, raped in front of your eyes, taken to the camp, taken for the long months, and raped them until they are dead, or they just kill them anyway, and they kill your kids in front of you. Everywhere they shoot you, they kill you, they slap you, they beat you. There was no human rights, any rights. For this reason, I think it's high time that we demand compensation from and apologies from Pakistan formally. They should compensate and apologize for the atrocities they done in 71 war. You think about 3 million people, 2 million women, it's a great number. Now you think about an individual living that agony, living that atrocity. As a human, we should demand, and we demand that Pakistan should apologize and compensate for these losses. Thank you so much for talking to me, Pashtun Times, and giving time to share my views with all the viewers of Pashtun Times.